Hello, welcome to this week's reading vlog. I just finished, literally just finished editing my previous week's reading vlog, and I realized I actually forgot to talk about one book that I also read that day. It's a novella. It's called Scream for Us. It's a 84-page smut, essentially. Very, very dark though. It's a very dark smut romance, and if you're just looking for like a quick smut read that centers around like a Halloween party, literally it's a reverse harem too, by the way. I recommend it. I read it like one sitting at 7:30 in the morning. 84 pages of smut. Dark. I don't know why I forgot to talk about it. Maybe because it was like really early in the morning, and usually I won't finish anything at that time, or like usually I'm reading a book that time. But I just finished editing my vlog. Hopefully it won't take too long to export, but it's like 25 minutes long because I read quite a few books this week, and I even forgot to add another one. I'm currently reading Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller. I have been wanting to read this book for a while now. It's a YA pirate fantasy, romance fantasy, but I've also heard like mixed things about it, so I'm kind of going into it with like low expectations, maybe just for the fun vibes of it. So far I'm really liking it. I'm only like I think 2 or 3 chapters in. I listened to it. I'm currently listening it through the audiobooks. I'm about 36 minutes in, so not very far out. I do also have the physical copy, but while I'm editing it, I'm like listening. So I'll update you guys at the end of the day once I read Daughter of the Pirate King. But so far, I like the characters, and it's proving to be pretty dark so far. But it's a YA, so we'll see. So quick update, I just finished Daughter of the Pirate King, and it's okay. I like it. It's about mid YA, I want to say. It's a bit insta-lovey though in the beginning. Well, not really insta-love, but like there's like really obvious attraction between the leads, and it's like fantasy romance, so you know, it's mainly that, which is the fantasy. It was a lot of fun to read though. The magic is very interesting. It was fun, but I don't really get much from it. I like the characters. I like it. It's fun. Very light. So I'm actually going to be reading the next book in the series. This is about, I think, the same length. And yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun reading it. You know, I guess I don't really have a lot to say, honestly. I'll be reading this one and I'll update you guys on what I think so far. So quick update. I forgot to update you guys yesterday. Was it when I finished Daughter of the Siren Queen? Actually, you know what? I think I finished this on the 8th, which was my last update. Today's the 10th. And it was okay. I just felt like, okay, so the tension between the characters I really like. It was a little bit insta-lovey, you know, I wanted a little bit more of a development in the beginning of their relationship, but the angst in here was, I enjoyed. It was fun. The relationship was fun to read. I really loved the tension and the angst. But the plot itself kind of didn't really make sense to me. Like, it didn't feel as, I don't know, intense and as kind of big as they're making it out to be. Didn't feel very threatened with the villain and what they were trying to achieve. I didn't feel like it was that going to be life-changing. So overall, just it's more of a character thing for me. The reason why I finished this and it was a really fast read for me is because I enjoy the characters. I do like our main leads, like our main characters. I feel like they're very well written. Their interactions were very well written as well. And I wouldn't say it's found family because they're already like family in here. Not really like found. I really enjoyed that. Like the crew and the ship and, you know, the relationships that they have, the heartwarming, even though it's like really dark and there's a lot of like death and gore and hurting and torture and stuff like that. It's still very heartwarming, like the relationship, and I did care about the characters, the crew especially. So yeah, I liked it, enjoyed it. So now I'm reading her other book. I didn't realize that this was a series. I thought this was a standalone. And then I checked on Goodreads and it's the first book in the series, and I don't know when the other one's gonna come out because this one came out in 2020. So this is The Shadows Between Us by the same author, Tricia Levenseller. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm really liking our main character because she's definitely not like the goody two shoes. She's very smart, she's very cunning, and right now at this point, I think I'm about 120 pages in. It's kind of like a slow burn-ish kind of thing. She hasn't been spending a lot of time with like the love interest, but I'm very interested in politics in here because we're kind of getting that a little bit. So I wish just a little bit more we'll delve into that just a bit more, because he is a king and she's trying to be queen, and she's trying actually to kill him so that she can be queen and lead like the empire. So I want to see more of the politicking and her getting to know more of him because he's super busy. Like, he's barely spending time with her. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. Really liking the characters, and the plot is kind of building up slowly a little bit. We're kind of slowly getting there. So yeah, that's my update for right now. I want to try to finish it today because just like her other books, Tricia Levenseller's writing is very readable, so it's like really quick to read. So yeah, I'll update you, I guess, by the end of the day. Oh, so it's not the end of the day, it's actually 12:54, so it's like the start of the next day. But just finished A Shadows Between Us by Tricia Levenseller. I really enjoyed this one. I do like it more than Daughter of the Pirate King series, a duology, and I definitely enjoyed like the majority of this book. It's definitely slow burn because our main character, well, the love interest, cannot be touched. So the Shadow King cannot be touched. Just like a set distance that you have to be from the king. It's kind of slow burn in like the intimate scenes, but I really enjoyed the friendship that they formed and just them together as a couple and them separately as characters. I really enjoyed them, but the ending was a bit kind of lackluster. It wasn't as good as it was building up to. So that's the thing that I find for now, because I've read like Tricia Levenseller books back to back, that her characters are really great. She writes really great characters and the world is really interesting and I really like it. But the plot itself, like the climax parts and the resolution parts, are very not there. With the Daughter of the Pirate King series, the overall like goal of the story and like the main conflict of the story wasn't something that I felt like was a conflict, or as big of a conflict as it was portrayed or like was used as in the story. Like I didn't feel very concerned about the plot, about what was going to happen. For this one, I was a little bit concerned because we're talking about, you know, assassins and the king getting killed and not knowing who is the assassin within the court and them trying to find out and flesh them out. But the way we got to the ending was really lackluster. I wish it was executed a little bit more nerve-wracking, but this is definitely character-driven book. Same thing with Daughter of the Pirate King. I really like the way she writes her characters, the relationship between them, the friendships as well, and you know, the layers of the characters, especially like our main leads. But yeah, the plot was not it. So even though I had a lot of fun reading from our two characters, and again, loving the tension, she's really good with that, like the tension and the angst. The romance is really great. Plot is not so much, you know. The world is also very interesting, but yeah, a little bit disappointed. Again, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Same thing with the Daughter of the Pirate King, but it's not like one of my tops or like one of my favorites. It's just like, okay. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna read next. But I do have a few books from the library. Maybe I'll choose one of those. So I'll update you guys when I decide which one I'm going to read next. So my last update, I was unsure of what to do, and I said I was gonna update once I picked up the book. I already finished it. It's Friday night and it's like Taylor Swift release day, and yesterday I was just not feeling good, and also I was listening to Taylor Swift's song, but at the end of the day I was just like really tired, so I couldn't update you guys. But I finished this today. All These Bodies by Kendra Blake. I don't know what to feel about this one. There was just something missing. So the premise is that the main character, Michael, the son of the sheriff in this small town, he is the only person that this 16-year-old girl that has been arrested for murder will talk to. So she said that she will only tell her story to him. We follow his narration of the story. It was told like from the future, so it's like a recounting of the events when it's this girl, Mary, and he's the only one she wants to talk to. She was arrested for this string of murders where the bodies are drained of blood, but the crime scene lacks like the blood that was drained from the bodies. And then she was found in the middle of the family that was the recent victim, covered head to toe, like soaked in blood. Trying to find out what really happened, what her role was missing something. It definitely gave that creepy vibe, that like atmospheric dark kind of vibe. And I really liked following Michael recounting his story, and also Marie, because she's very enigmatic, she's very mysterious. You can tell that she's trying to hide something, but you don't know what it is that she's hiding. There's just something missing, an element in the story that didn't make me, I guess, feel like I cared enough for finding out the truth. It was just missing something that would make me like want to really find out the truth, you know? I mean, obviously I'm curious, but I don't have that like need to know. So unfortunately, this was a no. Also, I finished the manga, today as well. The volume 1 of My Senpai is Annoying. It's a really cute office romance between a senpai and a kohai. So they're like the senior and the junior in the company, and the dynamic is that the senpai is like this really like bubbly guy that's like huge and like tall, and the kohai, the junior, is this new in the company. She's new, but she's so tiny, and it's like a romance between the two of them. The volume 1 is, there's not much of the romance in there. It's blooming still, and each of like the chapters are very short. So like I finished volume 1 in like, I don't know, 30 minutes. It was very short, and I think so far there's like 5, maybe 6 volumes. It's currently ongoing, so there's another manga that I'm going to be like slowing down on. Maybe not as much with Sweat and Soap, because Sweat and Soap is finished already. I just need to get to the rest of the volumes, but for this one it's still ongoing. But I know it's really cute, so that's what I finished today. I don't know if I want to start reading Serpent and Dove by Shelley Maharan, because I do have the physical copy, and I also have borrowed the audiobook of the second and third books, and I do also have the ebooks. So I don't know, maybe I'll start that, see if I want to continue with the series. I still also have like a few things on my Libby that I want to read, like that I have like the audiobook for, which is Cemetery Boys, I think The Turn of the Key, and Arsenic and Adobo as well. I also have, and I think Lore as well. I'm not 100%. Let me check. I thought I recorded it again because I paused the other one. Okay, so right now I have the earliest one that I need to return as Turn of the Key, but this is the ebook form, not the audiobook form, which I don't know why I borrowed the ebook form. I have the physical form of it. And Horror just became available like a few seconds ago, so I have it downloaded. And the next one that is the one I need to return earliest is Cemetery Boys. Again, I do have Serpent and Dove, but the audiobook form for the other books are going to be available for at least 5 weeks. So, and I also have Arsenic and Adobo available. The Goldfinch, which is 32 hours long. So I don't think I'm going to be reading Goldfinch right now or anytime this month, because I don't know. And then I also have the second and the third book in the Bone Witch series available. The first book has a 6-week wait, which I don't really need, I guess, because I have the physical book. I like having the audiobook form if I feel like I need it. And then I also have Once and Future Witches. So I'll be picking up the Cemetery Boys, and then I will update you guys. Hello, final update for this week's reading vlog. I really like it so far. I'm really enjoying it. It's longer than I thought it was going to be. I appreciate it because from the writing itself, you can tell that it's going to be a book. Like, we're really going to take time to learn each of our characters and to develop, their relationships, to build up the plot, which I am really liking. I'm about almost halfway through. Yeah, just about almost halfway through, and I'm really liking our 2 main characters as we're slowly getting to learn them, and I'm liking their dynamic so far. There was that really cute scene with the yearbook. It was so cute. I actually had to close the book and squeal for a bit because it was that cute. I'm really liking Julian though. He's like this really cute golden retriever kind of character. I really like that. You can definitely tell that he has some history about him. Yeah, Adriel is just, he's going through it with his family. We're reading it from his perspective, and you can just tell that he's really frustrated and saddened, and he's also tired and angry with the way he's being treated by his family. And it's like he understands that, with the kind of culture that they have, it's harder for them to be accepting and to realize that they're hurting him, even though they're trying to just show that they love him. But it's like it's hurting him in the process. So I really feel very protective of him. So I think I'm gonna be really liking this, and I think I'm going to be really heartbroken at the end. I don't know how this is going to end. Also, I don't know if you guys know this, but this, I don't know if I showed it already, but this is the hardcover edition, and it comes with a really beautiful embossing on the front cover, and this is just the regular edition. It's not a special edition whatsoever. This is just how it comes in, and I love it. I love it when regular edition books do this one, and I really love the detailing there. You have the Lady of Death right there. You have the dagger. Just the details that you have right there, and I really love it. So that is it for this week's vlog. Quite a few books this week. I'm really happy about that. the Great Reading Month, although I am realizing that I shouldn't like force myself to read just because something is on my TBR or it's like I want to read it during this season. I have to allow myself to like read whatever I want to read, because if not, it's going to take away my enjoyment in reading that certain book or just reading in general. So because I'm looking at my Libby and I'm like deciding which ones I'm going to read based on that. I mean, if I really want to read it, then I will. I'm like basing it on like date that they're gonna be returned early, like the audiobook form, just like I did the last update, and figured I shouldn't do that. Just need to read whatever it is that I need to read, and I wouldn't have to like psych myself up to read. So anyway, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you on my next vlog. Bye.